Hi friends, welcome back to episode
20-something, just like us.
Of the Untitled Africans podcast. I'm Brian.
I'm Wangeshi.
And today we have a special in-studio guest.
You want to say something in studio guests to let the people know you're here?
Good afternoon.
Not this doctor-ass
okay,
response.
Formal.
Shit. Okay, Professor. Anyways, we're back again at it. This is going to be a very special episode.
Yes.
This is going to be NC-17, rated R, NSFW.
TVMA.
Like,
NSFW.
This is not one you should be playing out loud while you cooking or doing nothing unless you are in the house by yourself.
Alone.
Okay?
Alone.
We're going to get into a lot of dirt and all that tea, but...
Yes, and we're all over the age of 18.
All over the age of 21.
Yes, so we're
all of legal age, so...
Of legal age. And we're all adults in general. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a very adult...
conversation.
Sophisticated.
We might be a little foolish, but that's okay.
Manner. Because we're classy hoes.
So with that said, let's go ahead and check in. How you doing today, girl?
I'm doing good. Y'all interrupted my rest time, but...
First and foremost, no. Yeah, if you check the podcast Instagram, I definitely posted at like 1:30. I said... Where is my co-host? Because when did we say we were supposed to record? 1 o'clock. I showed up at 12:45.
Exactly. Why are you showing up so early?
Because I am trying to break the generational curse of Africans always being late to shit.
Is it a generational curse?
Meanwhile, we still end up recording.
You're trying to indoctrinate us with your Western beliefs and ideals.
Keep that European shit out there in this ethnic household.
Honey.
No. I'm sorry for interrupting your nap. I know you've had a long weekend and week, so.
Oh yeah.
But it's okay.
We're here.
Consistency. We gotta get this sponsorship check, girl. What do you mean?
How's your day been?
My day's been good.
Did you report to
my job?
Yeah.
No. Chuck them deuces up. Decided to take a 2-week vacation before I start my new position, and. It is what it is, girl. It is what it is.
Because now he's going to be a full-time employee at the corporation of bad bitches.
Period!
Yes.
She's going to be a full-timer. So
when you get benefits, don't forget about the people who
well, girl, when I get benefits, shit, I'm going to have a therapist, oncologist, like, shit.
Oh, yes.
No, wait,
doctor.
All of them, okay?
Yes, all the things.
I said oncologist. I meant to say optometrist.
Oh, my God. Isn't oncologist cancer?
Yes!
No, oncologist.
Actually, you know what? Guys, get checked. Prostate cancer is an issue amongst black men. So
get cancer
important.
Screened before.
Get your prostates checked.
Yes, the things.
But let's just jump right into it. So let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about it. So if you haven't guessed yet, this is a sex episode. We're going to get nasty, dirty, raunchy, all the shit.
And we're going to get flagged on YouTube and everywhere else.
And we might just need to put like an explicit marker on our fucking podcast episode. Yeah. Be like, this is not for children.
This is for the girls.
Yeah, don't play this in the car.
Over the age of grown. With
that said, let me ask you this. First question.
Oh my, we're just getting started.
We're just jumping right into it. And special in-studio guest. Don't be afraid to get into this with us, okay?
That's gonna be your name.
I hate you. Okay, when was the first time you watched porn?
I think you should go first.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
That way I feel.
Okay, I will say. Okay, fine. I will say I'm very much a lot more open when it comes to sexual conversations, so that's why I chose this topic for this episode. I was like, let's talk about it. And plus, I feel like we're not very open, when it comes to our community and sex and shit. So y'all gonna get it from us today. So here we go. My first time watching porn, I was, I believe, under the age of 10. Between 8 and 10 years old. I can't remember specifically how old I was. I just know it was between 8 and 10. So, yeah, I was very young.
I'm sorry.
And the way it happened was very... Apparently, when I told the story in studio, everybody was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
Maybe he's a victim.
Girl, call Law and Order. Call SVU. Where's Detective Stapleton?
Dun, 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 dun. You want to tell your story?
No, yeah. It was with a family friend. I think, and they were also young. They were like 13 or like below the age of 15, I remember, at least. And I was just like, oh, this is interesting. And they showed me. I was like,
So they showed you it?
Yeah, and it was straight porn. I was like, ew, vaginas. So then I went home. I was like, I typed in YouTube, 2 men kissing. I was like,
dun, dun,
and then I got my happy little gay ass on. I was like, oh, what is this, honey?
So you saw straight porn.
And I said, nothing.
Immediately.
Nothing.
At the ripe age of like 8, 9.
I said, yeah.
It's a no for me.
Yeah, vaginas is a no.
So, do you watch any straight porn?
No, ew. Why? I'm sorry.
I don't think you're missing out on much.
It's not even that. Like, I've seen before, like, now that I'm older, like, I've seen it. But I can never get over the fucking voices. The high-pitched fucking... Yes! What is that shit? Like, no one fucking does that in real life. And if you do, that's fucking weird. No one is having sex like... What? Ain't nobody doing all that.
So, in gay porn, they don't do that?
Oh, I will say, the bottoms do be fucking screaming. But it's because sometimes, you know, pain is... The threshold between pain and pleasure is so, like, thin. So, I don't know. But what about you? What was your first time watching porn?
I think I was like 12 or 13 when I first watched it. And I didn't even know how I got on it. I think I was trying to watch a bootleg movie. And you know how the pop-ups come up?
The pop-ups.
And then it just started playing this video. I think it was from a movie, but then they inserted like a dick and vagina scene.
Oh my God.
I think that's what it was. And then I just kept replaying it. And then I was like, remembered the website that it was on, and I kept putting that link.
Trying to find that scene.
I was just like, this
replay.
This is interesting.
This is interesting.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I feel like porn was like, when you first watch it, it's like a fucking, you're like, oh my God. But then you're like,
what is happening?
Oh my God. Clutch my pearls, but also, I'm very much wanting to know more. What is this going on? What is my body feeling? Like, what is... I'm hot, and I'm like, ooh, offended, but I'm also like intrigued.
Interested, yes.
I think it's a roller coaster for everyone. I think, and being exposed to it so young is like...
I think it warps your brain.
It does a little bit when it comes to like male and female relationships. Speaking on like cis hetero like standards, it's like it fucks up little boys and little girls like perception of how men and women are supposed to interact when it comes to sex.
Yeah, maybe that's what made me abstinent. I was like, I'm not doing none of this until I get married. Thank you.
Well, okay, so moving on to the next question.
Wait, guess.
Do you want to tell us when was the first time you watched porn? She's staying out of that conversation. She said no thanks.
Why? Yours is so like beautiful.
I know. Do you want me to tell it? She said she watched it with her mans. First time at 18. I said
her boyfriend.
Ugh.
Wow.
What the fuck in the fucking...
What a life.
What is this Hallmark movie nonsense? Correction, Lifetime.
It's very much a coming of age.
Yeah, it's like A24 definitely produced this shit. Like, you know, it's giving Call Me By Your Name.
I've never done anything like this.
It's giving
before.
very much Lady Bird. But you know, everyone's experience is different. I mean, at least you got to experience that with like somebody that you at the time cared about.
Yeah.
Not a lot of us do. Yeah, we all have to fucking navigate that tricky ass fucking maze by ourselves.
Yeah,
so.
I was over here trying to make sure my parents wouldn't hear me.
Deleting fucking clear history. Did we even know how to do that shit? You were like, girl, that's that story for another day. But so moving on to my next. So this leads to my next question. So when was the first time you like masturbated?
I feel like it was like some years after I started watching porn. I think it was like 14 or 16.
Really?
I think so. One of those ages.
How was that experience for you? Was it like a what's going on? Why am I feeling like this? Like,
yeah, I just tucked my hand down my pants and I was like, oh, this is it. Okay.
You're like,
and then after a while, I was like, oh, okay, wait, this area feels good.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out like what feels good and what doesn't.
Oh Lord, can I even remember? how old was I? I think I was like 13.
Okay.
And I was like, I remember because it was at the time when I was like, I had a crush on this boy at school.
You were masturbating to a person?
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't over here watching fucking porn trying to get off. I was like, I wanted the intimacy. I wanted, I was making up scenarios in my head, like, oh, he's my boyfriend. We're in school.
Yes, you in your head at night, just thinking.
And then it made it worse because, like, you know how they say boys can't control their erections when they're like going through puberty and shit.
Yeah.
Girl, why was it when I was seeing him? I was like, in school, I said, oh heck,
that's because you conditioned your body now.
Exactly. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm done. It's over with. Like, can never. And then I transitioned into porn. I was like, because I can't do that.
Bro, I would feel bad for dudes, especially like when somebody would get called up and they'd be like, yo, look, he got a. And I feel so bad for them.
His penis showing. Miss Teacher.
What you thinking about? And then you beg to got called up.
No, dudes used to they'd be like, anytime they got called up, this is a secret, niggas used to tuck that shit between their pants and like their belt loops. Oh, like at the top, you like tuck it at the waistline.
Is that not painful?
At the time, it's better than me fucking embarrassed in front of the entire class.
That's true. Because I still remember somebody who had it several times during class. It's been like, I don't know, 8 years since I've had class with them. I still remember.
And you're just like, you're the nigga who had a boner every time you got called up.
It was like maybe 2-3 times, but after the one time already, and then again.
And you know how kids are cruel in middle school? Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, that was, for me, I was just like, oh. I was curious at the same time. I was like, I will say when I climaxed, I was like, wait, am I bleeding? What's happening? Did I pee?
That's how you know you're too young. No, that's the real.
I was like, wait, am I bleeding? Is this puberty? What's going on?
What are these sex ed classes teaching?
Girl.
Not the right things.
No, honestly, we got our talks in 5th grade and that was it.
Yeah. I remember I had to interview my mom.
I remember we talked about this in like the 2nd episode.
Yeah, and it was like, can you catch an STD? Can you get pregnant? Like,
and she was just like, don't have sex.
I was like, Mom, I have to have different answers for different questions.
Don't have sex. Like, that was her response to you. Listen. Everything. All right, moving on to the okay. So, next question is, what and how would you describe your first sexual experience with another person?
La 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 la. La 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 la.
Not the fucking.
La 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 la. I'm going to sleep.
I'm dead. She said, y'all not gonna get a description, y'all gonna get a song.
I feel like that song just described
it perfectly, your entire.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so like my first time having a kind of sexual experience with somebody was like, it was just nice.
Oh,
this was my man. He like allowed me to wait to get comfortable, like.
Oh, so there was like care throughout the whole. There's like walking. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So by the time that like we finally did do it, I was like, I'm begging him. I'm like, take your shirt off. You're not going fast enough. Come on.
She said, come on. What's good?
What are we doing? Speed it
up. Damn, not you giving him control. Listen, she said, I'm the captain now.
I may be young, but I'm ready.
Y'all, there's going to be a lot of this throughout this episode. Just be ready. Yeah. But no, that's so interesting. Oh, you're lucky that you hit. Damn, I feel like my whole like first sexual experience with another person was so fucking scarring.
Really? Why?
I told you about it.
Do you want to elaborate or give, little...
I'll just say this. It was with somebody that I barely knew. And it was just... I was just like... I was 18. So I wasn't no underage shit, y'all. Because y'all was out here fucking at 16, 17. I know some of y'all are nasty. Y'all was losing fucking V cards at 15. Disgusting.
This is a no judgment zone.
I'm kidding. You're right. This is a safe space. But no, I was 18. I was out. I was like, I want to try sex. I want to be, I want to see what it's all about.
Yeah.
Being penetrated. I was like, oh, cool. So then hopped on the apps. Girls who know, they know. And then showed up within 30 minutes. Just pulling up to this nigga's place. Got to the deed. Left. I was like, oh, that was the most uncomfortable thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
because I wasn't even attracted to the person. Oh. And then it was just like, the thing I could never get out was like, they smoked cigarettes. Oh. And like the breath, and like the scent lingered. Yeah. And I was just like, I can't wash it off of my face enough.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, so.
It's crazy like how quick now you can like get a partner.
Yeah. And honestly, like that was, I will say ever since I was like, I don't describe that as like my first time because it wasn't enjoyable.
That was like the pre-trial period. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was like, the free trial before I subscribed.
Exactly.
Fully.
That one doesn't count.
It's
like the pre-SATs. Like, yeah, you're taking it, but it doesn't really count.
It's like everyone you date before you're 18. They don't count.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my first time. I was like, oh, no, thank God. Oh, never again.
So would you...
But then, as like, I like... got a little adventurous in myself, like as we all do at that age. We're all a bunch of horny fucking animals. Like late teens, early 20s. We all just want to fuck something for some fucking reason. I was like exploring. I was like, oh, this is what I like. This is what I don't like. Ooh. I was like, now that I found out, like I have to be attracted to the person that I'm having sex with. I can't just pick up a random stranger on a night out and be like, let's go to 10. Yeah, fuck no.
I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's better than,
randos.
I mean, having like, you gotta have some expectation. I feel like that's kind of the purpose of these apps is like to find the people that you're attracted to.
Yeah. And I feel like you just gotta be really careful. I also feel like with our generation, we've kind of like, intimacy has been completely removed from the equation when it comes to sex. I will say, and it's like nowadays it's like if I don't have that connection with a person, I don't cross that border. But then there are times, sometimes a girl gets lonely.
So I'm gonna get my rocks off, okay?
God, not my rocks off, Jesus.
Isn't that the same?
Yes, but damn, she said we getting vulgar with it. But no, I can't do it without the intimacy and the connection with the other person. Okay. It's lost. It's like, it feels very much empty for me.
Agree.
Yeah.
You agree? You think so too?
Yeah, I think after my first time, I think, like there's a period of time where like, like you said, we're just having sex just to have sex. But then it just gets to the point where it's like, okay, like this is deeper. I don't want to just be having sex just to have sex. So
yeah, and I feel like in the active of like having like these one night stands, it's like there's this like exchange of energy with every partner that you have sex with, and sometimes it just feels like you're always like giving and there's no receipt with like the energy. For me, I'm speaking for myself, and it's just like I don't think I can keep like giving to. I feel like my energy at some point like empties, and I feel like now I'm just like trying to fill that up with randoms, and I'm like, no. It's because you're having these emotional exchanges with these people, and it's like they may not feel the same way, but our relationships, like I said, with sex is like it's all different for everyone. But for me, I will say, I've come to learn for myself, it's very emotional, and I need the intimacy in order to like to get there.
Yeah, I can't.
It's supposed to be controversial opinion, but. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. Like, sex is not just supposed to be something that's, like, casual. It's supposed to be between
two people
married couple.
Oh, she said, she said, put a ring on it before you put a ring.
Married couple, because it's not just, like, a physical thing. Like, it's literally, like, you're crossing some level of threshold. It's more than just being physical. You're emotional. That's how people get into these, like, soul ties and get into these things where like they have a hard time getting over someone, is because you're not just exchanging pussy or whatever, like you're really exchanging some type of physical emotion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if you want to fuck. If you're the type of person that can handle that. That
like,
kind of situation and You know, just there for them. Physical connection.
See, and I feel like that's where I'm the neutral party within this, because I feel like you're on this end where it's like, girl, if you want to get your rocks
liberation!
Exactly. Whereas you're very much like, well, I feel like it's a very emotional thing. It's a sacred thing between two people who have made that commitment to each other. And I'm just like, look, I'm agreeing to, to the intimacy and the emotional part, but I need that connection. But at some time, like I said, I
feel like it's a spectrum. Like, there's those who are on one extreme that they need to be married and together for how long. And I feel like there's people who are on the other extreme that are like, I just want to fuck.
And you ain't gotta something. I ain't gotta know your name, last name.
Yeah. And then there's everybody, most of us, who lie somewhere
in the middle. Like I said, everyone's relationship with sex is very different, and I feel like it's a judgment-free zone. We are, gonna allow you to be who you are and not judge at all. So
yes,
don't feel like the Untitled Africans is being like sex is only for one way. No, sex is for everyone who enjoys it throughout their. We just got this look, y'all. Special guest said, put a ring on it before you put it in me.
I don't think people are ready for that conversation. Sex is a very adult thing. Like, a lot of people forget that.
That's very true.
It's not something it's not child's play. So if you're going to be having sex, I mean, you better be ready for what comes with it, especially when it comes to women. We underestimate the toll that sex has, and you don't realize that until you get older, and it's like, damn, like, I caused a lot of issues for myself because I didn't want to keep my legs closed. This is coming from somebody who had to learn that the hard way. So, like, after having to learn that the hard way, it's like, now I know why the Lord, like, for me in particular, didn't want me having sex, because I couldn't handle that, and I thought I could, but in reality, I was just lust. I was lustful, and I was hot in the ass. That was my language.
She said, like a dog in heat, I just want a dick. We all been there, girl. It's okay, but it's okay. Like I said, actually, that was actually going to be my next question. Is like, how would you describe your your relationship with sex? But y'all already covered it. Anyway, next question. Okay. Do you exercise your sexual skills? Like the things you practice with your partner. Like, do you practice? You're like,
by myself or with them?
Either way.
What does it mean, practice? Isn't it just fucking the things that you like?
Okay. So, let me figure out how to phrase this then. I feel like that's the correct way.
Do you practice
your sexual? Do you exercise your sexual skills?
Like are you saying that you don't know how to ride?
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Or like, maybe I need to focus on my gag reflex.
Every time I'm
suck, so do I practice on a cucumber?
Oh, I don't know about pricing on a cucumber. But whenever I'm on a girls trip, I'm like, what do I need to do? I'm out here taking notes. Okay.
Oh, this is when the wine nights with the girls come in.
Right.
You're like, girl, how you do that? You got the mega knees,
the balls and the tongue. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's like the episode it's like that scene in Girls Trip. She goes,
get the grapefruit
and just go to
Oh my god! Remember the end of the movie? What's his name? Kofi's.
Yeah, he goes, girl. Can we talk about how Girls Trip blessed us with that scene?
Oh my gosh!
Kofi Cerebo, baby, give me 10 minutes.
Oh,
10 minutes, baby. I have you change it. I have you sing.
He gonna be practicing his sexual skills.
I have you singing a different song, baby. What's up? Anyway, so do you? Or is that what the wine nights with the girls are for? Because you get to learn with like everybody else, and it's like, oh, so you've been doing. So that's how you supposed. Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you go then put it into practice with your partner?
Yeah.
Oh, girl. I will say I have tried to practice, and I've learned she's a gagger.
Oh. No practice helping.
No, girl, she's a gagger.
Oh.
Nah. I had to get a tongue scraper because I couldn't brush my teeth.
Oh.
Because I was every time. I had to get a tongue scraper because I was like, girl, it's not working. It's not for me.
You know what I learned on a podcast? They were talking about chewing gum helps your jaw, so your jaw doesn't get tired.
Can we talk about lockjaw?
You don't get lockjaw.
Lockjaw during the act,
honey.
Oh, Lord, child.
It's like, I can't do anymore. It's not because of you. It's because my mouth literally can't.
There's a reason they call it a job. Because you put in work, bitch. Okay?
Honey.
Put in work. Yes. They didn't call it a job for nothing. Between the jaw muscles and then the neck, I'd be like, ooh, girl, I might need too much pressure. I might need a neck brace after this. Give me an icy hot pack.
You need to warm it up. Do some neck stretches. Do some neck,
a little crack of the neck. Get that spine together.
Do some tongue stretches.
Girl, exactly. Listen, no, but I heard that there's like a throat spray that like numbs your like gag reflexes. I've yet to find where to purchase it. I've been looking at Amazon.
Sounds illegal.
It's very much south of the border, or maybe even Canadian drugs that you're supposed to put in. Who knows? But apparently, like, numbs your, like, gag reflex a little bit, or, like, the thing that makes you gag, the anatomy that makes you gag, and then just, you can go to town, teach them, show them a whole new world.
It's that little dangly thing that hang in the back of your throat.
Yeah, there we go. Your uvula.
Yes. Anatomy class.
God, I hate you. All right, moving on. Next question. Okay. Do you incorporate toys in your solo or mutual play with your partner or by yourself?
Sometimes.
How has that been for you?
It's been fun. It's been a little bit much. What'd you say?
Wonderful.
Oh, we got a review. Hold on.
Say more.
Okay, wait.
Sometimes I'll be feeling like it's too much.
Okay, so wait, let me ask you. So what's your favorite? Is it like the vibrator, the dildo? What's the toy of choice?
Scared of penetration that isn't dick. I've never done any.
Like the latex?
Penetrative anything.
Okay.
But vibrator?
The rose?
Honey, the vibrators be coming out clutch. I don't know about the rose. But they scare me a little bit. They be doing the job too well, too fast.
From what I've seen in reviews on TikTok, it'd be like, girl, it could low-key burn your shit off. The girls are saying the rose is a little too powerful.
Wow.
She might,
You need them speed setting adjustments.
Be like, look, I might need to replace this nigga. That's what the girls are saying about the rose.
Oh,
shit.
Her.
What about you, special guest?
Her mouth is agape.
She's like, y'all are.
We're not as tactful as her. That's why she's here.
I mean, it just depends. It's not everybody that I personally would use those with. I mean, I don't masturbate, but like with the toys, yeah, like it just depends on the partner. Like, if you want to spice it up, then yeah. But like, I mean, I like being tied up. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Ooh, so you got the handcuffs in the bedroom.
No, like, the ones that you cuff your hands and your legs to at the same time?
Hold on, wait.
Ooh, girl, hold on. Let me get my notes. Wait. So like a hog tie?
Yeah, like a hog tie, basically. So like it has like handcuffs, and like the handcuffs has like adjustments of like tight, like
how tight you want it.
Then it's like your hands are like this, and you know how like with some prisoners, like they have like the handcuffs on their feet that attach their hands. That's how it is too.
Oh my god.
But like the one on the feet have like adjustments, and like you can have like it's like a Velcro strap.
Oh, I'm loving this knowledge.
So it's like a swing, but it's not a swing.
Hold on, we're getting into swings.
You gotta go to Starship.
She said, y'all heard that? She said Starship. Shit, we really finna be flying. What you mean? Rockets and everything. But wait. But like, I will say for me, like in the past, there's definitely been some rope play.
Oh.
Like, tying hands and legs. So I'm with our special guest, and like, I'm kind of into it. It's a little fun,
Yeah.
There's like this the submission of power that you like give up when you do that. Yeah, and I'm just like, ooh, okay.
I like it.
I'm a lost little lamb. Tie me up.
No, same.
It's kind of fun. And then, as far as like solo stuff goes, I don't think I've ever. Oh no, there was that one time with that. Yeah.
With what? You can't just say that and then not
There has been. I lost it though, but I did used to have one, a dildo.
What, like a dildo? Oh, okay. I was like, is it flashlight that y'all have too?
I'm not into the flashlight thing.
Have you ever tried it?
I saw one time. I was like,
nothing.
It doesn't seem like very appealing to me. It's not something that I'm into.
Little pocket pussy.
Girl, no. The little don't y'all got the little yoni eggs you be sticking up there to tighten the core? Gwyneth Paltrow was like selling them on
I think I've heard of that.
The yoni egg.
Supposed to help
it's like a stone egg.
What is it called?
You put it up.
The clav.
No. You put it up there to like strengthen your
It starts with a
not
K.
clavicle. Is it clavicle?
No. Guessed. What is it called when you strengthen your? Because there's another way you can do it.
Your muscles.
What is it called? Yeah, there's a name for it.
It starts with the K.
No, it doesn't start with the K.
Your cervix?
No.
Kegels.
Kegels.
I knew it started with the K.
You're right. But oh my god, did you know you could also do Kegels for your asshole?
What the fuck?
Yeah. No, it's okay. You can cuss, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you can do Kegels for your butthole too. It's not just for
squeeze.
No more hard boobs.
All right, guys, listen.
You will
right
not
now,
be stuck on that toilet anymore.
If you're watching right now, if you're listening, we're gonna go ahead and do a little Kegel exercise. Go ahead, 1, 2, tighten, release.
Wait, I feel like you gotta tighten
release.
longer, right? You gotta tighten for at least like 48.
2, tighten and hold for 3, 2, 1, release. But yeah, toys are fun. I feel like they really do spice up the bedroom.
Yeah, bring in something new.
I mean, there's only so many times you can back shots, missionary, It's like, girl, let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's change
Speaking
it up.
of, okay, so like with your for you though, with your partner, have you guys introduced toys before?
Yeah.
Was it for you or for him?
It was for me, but I got it from him. Does that make sense?
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, it was my first time using toys, and I was like, "Oh, this is exciting." But it's also probably why I don't use it as much. Like this was literally like in the past year or so.
Okay.
That I first started using them, so it's still like it takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from like fully.
I'm like low key jealous that you get to like have like all these like cool, fun sexual experiences with like one person. Meanwhile, the rest of us got to struggle, girl. Out here.
I mean, you can have one person if that's what you want.
I could, but
there's pros and cons of each.
Oh, what's the con? Yeah, there is none. there is none. Cons. Meanwhile, the rest of us got to risk STDs, pregnancies. Girl, no, too much. I'd rather just have fun. So I'm not gonna lie, solo fun is a lot of fun.
There you go, and I feel like you're a lot more free to have that solo. I will say I've become very well versed in solo stuff. Body too. And I'm just like, ooh, I'm learning so much stuff. What I like, what I don't like, what my boundaries are, which is another thing that people really need to discuss. Is like boundaries when it comes to sex. Like, girl, you can't just go along with everything your man suggests. Facts.
Or whatever your partner suggests. It's like you gotta have a hard stop. Be like, no.
Not doing that.
Not doing that.
No.
But sometimes, if you want a little finger in the booty, that's fine.
Yeah. Spit in the butt. Do that stuff.
As long as he douches first. Don't just go in there raw dogging, because niggas is nasty. They don't clean back there.
Oh my god! Imagine you put your finger, and then you take it out.
That's for y'all cis hets. That's for y'all cis hets.
A lot of men, when it comes to heterosexual relationships, they don't want any woman's finger near their butt. No. It's not that they don't want it. It's not that they're afraid to ask for it and what it might mean for them if they do ask for that.
And they like it. They're like afraid to
and that is why you have a lot of DL men who turn to the gay community for sex. Because the gays are very much more open to talking about like a lot of things. And I've come to learn through like the dating apps and like talking with other people. It's like, niggas love it because it's fucking freaky, okay?
And sometimes
it's just like, certain attitudes towards like men's, sexual liberation within the bedroom have like turned them into like these, stones where like they can't. If it's not inside of a vagina, then they can't. If it's anything outside of putting it inside of a vagina, they're just like, no.
I mean, niggas are getting
by women for exactly
ordering bread rolls.
So imagine asking him to like massage his like literally his taint like imagine him asking that. You're gonna be like, nigga, you like what? Meanwhile, science has taught us and told us that the male G spot is like literally near the prostate. So like,
right,
y'all niggas is missing out.
Okay, what are y'all dealing with? Because the men I've dealt with, the whole trying to put your finger in their butt, like they don't like that. They do like that, but I mean, like they like for you, for instance, like anal sex. Like they're okay with that. Like they'll ask for that, and it's just the
niggas love putting
their dicks in shit.
Yeah,
holes
in general.
But like you trying to put your finger in their butt during sex, I've tried that before. He was not having that. That man almost slapped me outside the finger in his butt.
To any cis hetero women out there listening to this podcast right now, I want you to have an honest and open conversation with your partner and tell him he's going to have the best orgasm he's ever had if at the point of climax he allows you to massage his taint. Do it.
What is that? Wait.
It's the space between the balls and the asshole. That's like, they say around there is where like you can have outside access to like the prostate in the male G spot.
Yeah, that is, but I'm saying like butthole, like,
but I feel like
literally.
You just gotta work up to that.
No, right? No. That's how you gonna end up like the woman on the Diary of Madeline. Some of you women keep your fingers away from the butthole, or he's gonna.
But if you have a
very open and honest relationship with your partner, ask him. He probably gonna be like, babe, I don't know.
Ooh, I've heard about this exercise you can do with your partner, where you just list out as many like sexual acts as you can, and then kind of give it a red light, yellow light, or green light.
I love that.
Yeah, to see like, oh, are you into this? Like maybe you thought a partner was a hard stop on something. You learned it's a yellow light, and it's like, oh, if you want to explore that, how can we like introduce it?
I feel like the bedroom is such a safe space for like, and I feel like for women, you know, it's like you can ask for anything and be like, oh, you freaky girl. But like for men, I feel like we need to, for cishet black men especially, we need to make it like a very open, unsafe space for them to request and like ask, you know, because it's like
they're so afraid of being called gay.
And it's like everybody a little gay, okay? Like everybody got a little sugar in their tank. It's okay.
Pay for yourself.
No, and I feel like
special guest said no.
If you're having sex with a woman, you are not doing a gay act. Even if you want something in the butt, it's still with a woman. Like, that's just what it is. I feel like so many guys are afraid to even explore it because they're like, oh, I don't want to be seen anywhere near.
Meanwhile, it's between you and your partner. Unless your friend goes to blab, or unless your partner goes to blab to their friends, who don't know?
Also, a lot of men just don't feel maybe, I don't know, secure enough in their relationship to even open that out.
And that's a different conversation you need to have with your partner.
Did out Kanye West talking about, he
Amber
liked
Rose.
his finger in the, trying to act like, you know, it was gay. He was doing it with a woman, though. So, but
anyway.
That's a whole nother. Black men just needed to be free from the constraints of being called gay, please.
For every little thing they do.
Literally.
Okay, so next question. Are there any kinks or fetishes that you've discovered that you enjoy?
Rough.
Okay.
Take me down. Throw me like a little rag doll. I don't want no control.
She said, I'm giving it up.
Yeah. You know, I'm all for equal partnership, but in the bedroom, that's when it comes to women are supposed to be submissive to men. That's what I'm like, yes.
You're getting the Andrew Tate fucking fanboys hard as hell right now. Listen to this.
I'm crying. Yeah, no. In the bedroom anyway.
In the bedroom anyways.
I'm very much, you know, do what you want to me.
Really?
You want it.
Okay.
You know, to an extent, you know, of course, prior conversations need to be had if you're doing new stuff, but
okay, overall care and aftercare and all that.
Yeah.
But rough play. Like,
but once it's over, you better be bringing me paper towels. You better be taking care of me and calling me
aftercare. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
No, I feel you 100%. I don't know. Rough play to an extent. I will say I did find out. I'm like with a specific partner that I tried this with. Look, kind of into choking.
Yes, say more.
Auto asphyxia for some reason.
Okay, what kind of choking? Because
No. Okay, no. So I learned there's a technique.
Yes.
You're not supposed to sit here. It's supposed to be on the
sides.
Girl.
Y'all take a note.
Somebody's been watching a little too much 50 Shades of Grey. But no, like for real though, like I feel like choke. I don't know. It just does it for me sometimes. Also a little like leather play.
What does that mean?
Like dressing up in leather.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it like the dominatrix type outfit, or
No.
just
like,
leather in general?
Leather in general for me. I don't know why.
Just seeing somebody in leather.
Dressing up in leather. I think that
you feel like sexy in it.
I don't know if it's like a feeling of sexy or it's like the texture. Oh. And I'm just like,
it's doing something for you.
Yeah.
I never heard of that. That's cool.
Yeah, leather plays really. I mean, there's like extremes of it where like people have like full on fucking gimp suits.
What is that?
Like a full on leather suit, like a latex leather suit that you gotta like.
Oh, okay.
With, like,
it's giving
zip up. I'm like,
oh,
that's too far, but.
With like through your head.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a zipper
How
and
can
like
you breathe? Leather is already hard to breathe in.
There's eye mask and breathing holes though, but like for some people, it's like that's it for them. I'm just like, oh, girl, what?
Wow,
it's a little extreme. It's a little too far out there. But is it the only thing rough for you?
Rough. I mean, choking, tied up. I feel like it all is under that umbrella.
What about spanking?
Spanking, yeah.
Hi, Daddy. And you know exactly why I said that.
Yes. Spanking, I do like spanking. Yeah.
It happened to me once and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Then it happened again. I was like, okay, maybe. And then it happened a third time. I was like, we can get this.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Let's add this to the green light. I feel like now it's
yellow, green light. Orange, and now it's green.
No, but there's been certain kink requests that I've had with specific partners. I'm just like, yeah, no.
Like, you had anything like crazy?
Double penetration.
Oh.
Yeah. 2 at once.
At once?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
I said,
that's a lot.
Who?
I said, but we. I'm too.
I was like, listen. One at a time, please. One at a time.
Yeah. That's a lot. I couldn't even.
The stretching, the tearing. Oh my God, no. I don't know if I should. Fuck it. We're already talking about sex. We're already in this. But I saw this one porn video of this porn actor. The gays know who he is, but apparently he was so big he tore this poor dude's like. And people were just like, and the video was up, and I was like,
Was he bleeding and stuff?
No, he wasn't bleeding, but you could see the tear. I was like,
oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I'd actually cry. I feel like you have to be like really strong. I feel like emotionally or something
Do
to
your
be a porn
Kegels, girl.
star.
Yes, sex work is like.
I feel like it's no joke, and it's the least protected like kind of industry.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
You really got to look out for
There's
yourself.
no unions. There's no like healthcare, girl.
Right.
It's you on your own.
Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of people like turn to OnlyFans because like whereas working with like actual like adult film studios, it's like they just like treat you like fucking cattle. You're like, all right, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
Whereas where it's like when you're by yourself, you're like you get to pick the partners,
Yes.
you get to set the controls and XYZ. But yeah,
and you can even be with the same person like
that. When I saw this shit, I was like, never.
That sounds.
I never want to reach that point where it's like, it's never that deep.
Ever.
It's never that fucking deep. I was like, girl.
Was there a lube? I don't know if that would have helped.
Girl, it's torn at this point. Does it matter? Like, excuse me.
Well, he can go to the hospital, get that stitched back up. They do it all the time for women.
Oh yeah, they do stitch you all up after y'all have babies, huh? Because they say you tear like from north to south,
especially if you're on what's that numbing medicine that they put on your back?
Oh, the one that they inject into your lower spine.
Yeah,
that shit scares me
because
you can like literally get paralyzed from that shit.
Yeah, I think there's so much.
Not to scar y'all from having children. I'm sorry, but
there's so much that could. Oh, we need.
Oh, this one. Okay,
tell us about it,
girl. Special guest. You got any kinks or fetishes that you've recently learned that you discovered that you like?
Ours was choking, spanking, roughness,
little leather.
I like food being used.
Oh.
Ooh.
Like strawberries and whipped cream?
Yeah, like candy.
I fucking can't.
Of
It's the
course.
fact that she said candy.
Wait, candy, like you want like a Laffy Taffy on their belly button?
No,
Like how would you use it?
can't say that on.
No, you can.
You can.
This is a very graphic
Do you want
episode.
it on their like shaft or something?
Oh my god, the peach rings! The peach rings, you just eat around them?
Oh.
Ooh!
Is that what you mean?
Let me take notes.
Right?
You mix it with like whipped cream. You put whipped cream down there.
Mmm.
You know, we don't talk about this enough, but food is very fucking sexual.
It is, or it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like learning new ways. That peach ring thing just came to my head. I'm like, that sounds interesting.
But then I'm afraid, like, okay, I feel
the
like
sugar
with
and the
dudes-
stickiness.
Well, the stickiness for one, but also, can you get like an infection or something that way?
You gotta be careful. Or pineapples.
I feel like it's.
Pineapple?
Like the pineapple rings.
You know what? She is educating us all, y'all.
So much.
I have never even thought pineapple rings.
I can never look up pineapple rings the same.
Girl, I can't go to Publix and get just a bucket of pineapple no more. Because every time I be like, I could do a lot with that.
If I see somebody buying them, I'm gonna be like, what you using
what you
that
finna
for?
do with that? Remember when there was that like rumor going around, if you drink pineapple juice, like your pum pum or like your cum tastes sweet?
Yeah.
Is that still factual? I need science to prove that.
I don't think it's like that it tastes sweet. I think it's just if you eat like more natural stuff, like there's less. I don't know if it's acidic or something, but like, you know, pissing clears overall, it's just less of a scent that I think, less of an odor that comes from your genitals for men and women.
I heard spinach is really bad if you're somebody who eats a lot of greens. It just isn't. Oh, since we're on the subject.
No, I know asparagus.
Oh, that's what it was. I knew it was a green vegetable.
Yeah,
It's
asparagus. And make your
Makes
pee.
it, pee and cum just taste and smell disgusting.
Right.
Since we're on the subject of cum, spit or swallow?
Neither. I don't like doing that.
I don't either.
It makes me throw up.
Oh, okay.
But definitely, if I had to choose one, it'd definitely be spit.
Really?
I'm not swallowing that.
They say it has a lot of protein.
Bitch, I'd rather eat a cricket.
For protein.
Huh?
Because cum is normally warm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just,
yeah.
like, it just, to me, tastes like spoiled milk.
She
No,
said
I
it.
definitely can't spit or swallow.
Bruh, as a Kenyan, I can't look at buttermilk ever the same now.
Oh my god.
I can't look at buttermilk the
Oat
same.
milk.
What about you?
I love oat milk in my lattes.
We
though.
are ruining everybody.
If you're listening to this, I'm sorry if we've ruined any of your favorite foods or candies.
Imagine-
Peach rings,
Right.
bananas, cucumbers.
Things.
Listen, I don't know. For me,
Are you versatile?
girl, I swallow.
Really?
I'm a hoe.
How? Okay. Do you like? Is there something you can do to block?
Nope.
It's just on your taste buds.
Honestly, don't even
How does
taste it.
Oh.
Don't even taste it.
What about when it goes down your throat?
Don't even you don't even notice. If you're down, we said, if you're blowjobs are in fact a job. Like if you know there's a lot of spit and just saliva happening,
Oh.
you barely even notice it.
Okay. Is this kind of like
Because it's almost like the
mixed with
same like
everything?
bodily fluid. Like it's very much almost the same consistency. Like, you know, during the act is like sometimes the spit can get very like mucusy
Thick.
almost. Yeah. So it's almost the same consistency as a cum. So like you
Just take it all
Sorry.
in as once.
Inquiring minds would like to know. Let me stop. This is how this podcast fucking gets canceled, and we're never allowed to ever air any other episode. We really are gonna have to put an explicit.
Our guest star is about to throw up.
I'm so sorry, guests. Sorry.
This is
Anyway,
ASMR girls,
moving
apparently.
on. Has your partner ever made you orgasm, or has there ever been an instance where you had to fake it?
First of all, I hope everybody's partner has made them orgasm.
Girl, I hope
feel like
everyone is reaching the big O.
I feel like that should be the standard. But I realize it's not.
If he or she is not, y'all need to have a conversation.
Facts.
Orgasming is like, if y'all...
What were you saying before? You were saying something about like sex is the most intimate act.
Yeah, it's like sex is like the most intimate act like human beings can perform with each other, but then we're so afraid to have the most intimate conversations.
Right, like you can't even talk to your partner about
the fact that, oh, I like this, I don't like this, oh, I didn't come, or oh, I didn't climax. It's like, girl, what? Talk to your man, say that shit.
Yes.
Speak your mind.
Speak your truth.
Be heard.
Yes.
But yeah, have you ever faked it?
No, I refuse.
So you've reached the big O every time?
Not every time, but when I haven't, I've been like, no. But sometimes it's just like, I don't want to go anymore. I haven't, sometimes and I'm okay with that. Please,
like, babe, we've been in this position for a while. Can we just move on?
I'm good. I'm good. Damn. Off of, I had a good time.
This was cute.
This is not gonna be
Thanks for the invite.
Can we go? I'm gonna go. Let's go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You know what? I'm still binging Handmaid's Tale, girl. Can we? I gotta get to that. I need to know. I need to know if the girls get out.
But I will say for me, it's most times. I think because he's been my partner for like my whole experience.
You're so lucky in that. Damn. I know everyone listening.
I feel like
all my single people listening to this who have been like trash ass sex, just been like, damn, this bitch is getting though every fucking time. That man has put work. Shit.
Yes, I will say that. Okay. I think I'm lucky because like, especially because I didn't really know anything, what I was doing, what to do.
Oh.
He was like very patient and vocal about everything, and like he also was trying really, he was trying to make sure that I was like satisfied.
So really tell us, what's it like being God's favorite?
I would say I'm grateful to have a man like him because I've learned through many conversations like this during girls' night with the wine,
right,
that men don't be caring so much all the time.
I will speak from experience. Niggas don't give a fuck. They get their nut and go.
Which I think is just wild because it's like you have two people in this. And honestly, I feel like...
And I will never understand it.
Yeah, I feel like, don't you want to please that person so that they come back? Like...
And I feel like it's... And I think this goes back to the porn conversation that we had earlier. How when you like watch porn early enough, it's always about the man getting off in porn a lot of times. So imagine having that indoctrinated into your head and watching it so many times to the point where you're just like... Well, fuck if she gets off. It's all about me.
Yeah.
If I get off, that's enough. That's why. And then men have such a skewed way of like looking at sex and like the actual act of performing it. That's why they can't find the clitoris. Most men don't even know what the fuck it is. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, and now we have Google. So please.
Textbooks are free. Your anatomy textbook are free. Your intro to biology textbook was very much, you paid for that shit. You know you did. And you didn't even fucking use it or open it.
Go to Google Images. Type. Where
is the clitoris.
You get like a labeled little...
And sometimes the fun in sex is the adventure of it all.
Yeah.
And discovering shit.
The journey.
Exactly.
The destination is also kind of important, but the journey.
Reaching the big climax is very important as well.
Yes.
Because it's very, it's good for everyone. But yeah, I faked it before. I'm not going to lie.
How do you fake it?
Noises.
Oh.
Niggas don't. Like I said, niggas are oblivious. They're very much, once they get theirs, they're like... Ugh.
They're like, next.
You are an afterthought. You ever heard of...
Because I'm good.
You ever heard of post-nut clarity? That's what niggas have, is post-nut clarity. Like, they'll be like, oh, shit, damn, you're here too. You good?
Oh, what you
Next thing you know, you turn off the lights. You hear that vibrator going on. Be like... And then you cut to the camera, the nigga on the other side, tear. But it's like, nigga, you didn't accomplish the job.
Exactly.
So reach the big O, reach the big climax. But I will say, there's only, I've only had one partner that I've been with that has ever really made me reach the big O. I was like, I'm talking toes curling, eyes rolling back to the head, girl. I was like, whoo!
So this is what I've been missing?
And it was in my early days of being a whore.
So do you feel like, did you want to keep going back to him after that? Is that an option?
Oh, we still are. What do you mean?
That's
girl,
what I'm saying.
He stayed on the roster. What do you mean?
What happens when you know how to satisfy your partner?
He very much stayed on the roster.
Yes. This is how you get,
And, you know, it's been a very strong friends with benefits relationship for now. Going on 5-6 years, I think. Yeah, girl.
In a relationship for real. 5-6 years?
It's just sex. Calm down.
That's longer
So
than
you see what I'm saying, though? But, like, it was literally just a random hookup, and then the intimacy was there, and, like, they were doing the right things. I guess I was doing the right things for them, and we keep coming back to each other. I don't know. 10 years down the line. Listen, 10 years down the line, I'm going to be on this podcast and be like, bitch, I'm getting married to who? You will never guess.
We guessed.
We know. But, see? Make sure you reach the big O, y'all. Don't ever fake it.
Special guest.
You ever faked it?
No comment.
Oh. And on that note, we are moving on. Okay, so speaking of reaching the big O, does size matter?
I don't know if I'm the perfect person to say.
Special guest, does size matter?
I feel like size help.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yes, it does. We don't want a small peen. And we don't want something that is the length of a baby carrot.
She said, we don't want no Vienna sausages over here. She said, we want that. We want that German bratwurst.
What is a German bratwurst?
You ever seen the German bratwursts? Them hoes be thick and girthy.
You want chorizo sausage?
Nah, chorizos be skinny and long.
No, they be thick. Well, the ones that I've had.
Oh.
Pause.
That's what she said. Girl, I'm dead. No. I think, for the most part, does it matter?
Do you feel like you get different experiences with the different sizes?
You do, but in the past, like I said, I will say the one that reached the big O for me was very much well endowed. And I guess that's how they got me to the big O and have been getting me to the big O since 20, whatever. I don't know. But
so would you say your other partners have been bigger or smaller?
They've ranged in sizes.
Okay.
From average to below average to above average to.
But the one who got you there was like above average.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
I was like, oh, okay. But I will say, like, you know, I've also had other experiences with, you know, average where it's not been like, you know, scream from the top of the mountaintop, you know, Sound of Music, fucking Maria Von Trapp. Yeah, it ain't been that, but like it's definitely been like, you know, though a deer, you know, singing along, trotting along in the streets.
Okay, this is cute.
Yeah, so I can't say, honestly, I feel like the whole theory about size is like, I don't think it matters. I'm gonna say it doesn't matter. That's gonna be my final answer. Size does not matter.
I'm crying.
Because there be dudes out here with big ones that don't be knowing what the hell they doing, be jackhammering. If you've ever had you're lucky you don't have this, but if you've ever been with a partner who's just a jackhammer that's I'm like, what? What are you digging for? Is there oil at the bottom of this? Like, why? Why is this your... I'm like, sir, relax.
Huh?
Where is the emotion in the ocean?
Yes, y'all put on some pretty Ricky Grunt on me or something.
Like, I feel like some men who are well endowed definitely feel like that's all they need. It's like, no, baby, you gotta bring something else to the table.
Know. What did she say? Got a big dick and he know how to use it.
Okay.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
So I don't think size really matters that much.
Okay.
But you know, it doesn't hurt to have
a little something.
But for me, it's always about girth other than size.
Like girth versus length.
Because in the end, it's my muscles getting stretched.
Do you want?
I ain't trying to be walking and then like my shit just bullet.
Goodbye. Have you heard of the girls with the anals and it's just come out? What is it called? Yeah, where it's basically like, I don't know, the anus comes out or something.
Just falls out?
Not like falls out. It's just like kind of protruding out.
Oh my god.
Yes.
What, from like having like big.
I think yeah. What is it called? There's a name for it. I don't remember what it is. I think it starts with an H.
I never want that.
A
hernia?
I think so.
I thought a hernia was when you like hurt like the bottom of your spine.
Yeah, no, not hernia. I don't remember what it's called. All I know is I saw that image once. I was like, no, because there's medicine too, and you can like I don't know. I think you can like try to push it back.
Oh my god, no, no, thank you. Yeah, but that sounds painful as hell, and I would never. Ew. Okay,
yeah, hemorrhoids. That's what it is.
Not fucking It's not hemorrhoids. Is the bumps on your booty, right? From like the scratches. Maybe. Exactly. No, it's not hemorrhoids. Moving on from this. Anyways, I'm done. Yeah. I'm done. Okay. Ooh, okay. That's a good one. Your favorite position?
I think from the side is a good one. That's probably my top. Like
laying
girls
back
on the side, do the standing up by your feet.
Okay.
And it from the side.
That's it. That's the only one.
My favorite one?
Your top one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this supposed to be something else?
Okay, top 3.
While we're doing cartwheels or something? Like,
look, bitch, we doing the Kama Sutra tonight. What's up?
What more is there supposed to be?
We doing downward facing dog, fucking sunward facing. I'm kidding, no. Top 3, at least.
Okay, well, I wasn't expecting all this.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's such a lazy move, though.
It gets the spot. I don't know what you expect from some people are not trying to do handstands while having sex.
Nah, girl, I'm with you. I'm very much boring as well. I don't feel like
that's a boring position either.
Okay, fine, not boring, but I'm very much normal. I'm like, give me missionary any day. I can't do it.
Missionary? You want to talk all this about what I said? And you said missionary?
Yeah.
BFFR.
I told you. So, okay, I remember I said, like, I appreciate, like, the intimacy. And I feel like with missionary, it's like, you looking at each other in the eyes.
It is
very intimate.
Yeah.
That's why niggas don't be liking it. That's why, like, niggas like back shots. Niggas in the crowd. Do y'all prefer back shots or missionary? By the way, we got new special guests in the studio. They just decided to walk their asses in here.
It's your boy.
Error. Wait, pause before we continue.
DK Spinner 69.
Do y'all want your names disclosed in these conversations?
It don't matter. It's two cis het men in the audience. It's two cis het men in the audience. I feel like that's enough of
to the niggas in the room. Favorite positions?
From the back.
Back shots, of course.
B.
From the back, for that.
I feel like y'all should switch because you aren't saying nothing.
Special guest is being very.
Yes.
I was asking all of y'all favorite position.
I like to be on top.
She liked to ride. She liked to ride. The foolishness in this room right now.
Go closer to the mic or else they can't hear you.
All right, cool. I'll move into the middle real quick. So basically, there's that thing where y'all do the thing. So that's my favorite.
What?
I'm playing. I feel like for a while it was probably back shots. I changed
Closer.
it up. There's a way you can like do missionary. That's pretty fun too.
I feel like you could have fun with missionary, even though it's a little boring.
It's more of a power move when you like hold the legs down.
If y'all could see the way he's trying to describe this right now,
I feel like missionary is more like intimacy.
Yeah.
You can make.
I'm actually looking disgusted by that.
He's like, bitch, I'm not trying to see your face while I'm fucking.
Right.
Missionary, not very intimate. There's ways to do it.
Ooh.
And just make it nasty.
Make it nasty. Make it nasty.
But I feel like if you're my girl, I like to look at you dead eyes in the eye.
Yeah.
But you just said it's too much intimacy in the missionary.
But I feel like it depends what it is.
Oh, okay.
If you're mine, I'm gonna look at you like.
The deep eye contact.
The deep eye contact.
Period.
Like, what's up?
That's for the relationship girls. Well, I take that back.
Even with my one SCS, I'm like, give me missionary any day.
Actually, I feel like it might be the other way around.
What?
It's for the one-time girls. Because y'all be wanting to feel intimate with the person you with for the night.
And be like, nigga, get the fuck out.
Meanwhile, the partner people is like, I see your face every day. Let's change it up.
Let's switch it the fuck up. I can't. No, but I feel like it's fun to experiment. I will say backshot, like, I guess doggy is like it's not my least favorite, but it's like top. It's like my number 5 of like on the list.
On the list?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your number 2?
I don't know. I just kind of go with wherever I'm told to go, and I'm like,
forgot.
this is fun.
I forgot you like to be thrown around like a rag doll. Like, twist me up like a motherfucking pretzel.
Whatever
like, what's
you're gonna
good?
do, I'm for it.
Like,
thank you.
Let's go. I can't.
I'm just here for a good time.
Girl, goodbye. Okay, all right. Next question. Oh, what's the kinkiest sexual act you've tried?
The kinkiest sexual act I've tried? Babe, what's the kinkiest I don't know. Like semi in public, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've heard there's a lot of people into public play nowadays.
That's what I hear. Streets been talking.
In the streets. And it's like, y'all not scared to get caught? Like, no, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I said, I'm a pillow princess. I like a bed. I like a pillow. I like comfortable sheets.
So you're like, you gotta be at home or at that person's house? Or like a hotel or something?
Yes, please. Thank you. Y'all not finna, I know a spot. In your car? No, thank you.
Under the bleachers? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
And the wood?
In the dugout? No, thank you. No, thank you. That's not for me. But y'all enjoyed that. That's cute for y'all. Niggas be doing it in the woods. You ever had somebody ask you in the woods?
I could not. Are you gonna lay down a thick
like? Is there gonna right? It's like is there gonna be a picnic blanket?
You want
like,
me to have a tree branch stabbing my back while you already poking me? Nah, it's too much.
That's too much. That's too much backstabbing.
Wait, so what's your kinkiest sex act then?
Oh, I don't know if it's a kinky sex act, but a threesome.
Okay.
I told you about this.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Did you talk about it on here?
I don't think we've said it yet, but yeah, I think the threesome was probably the kinkiest thing I've ever done.
Would you do it again?
It was a lot of hands. Don't know whose was where or where it was going.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It was an interesting thing. I won't say it was good or bad. I'll just say it was interesting to have multiple parties involved in the act. I was like, ooh, okay, this is interesting.
Would you do it again?
Oh, 100%. Without fail.
People have spoken.
Hit me up. I'm kidding. No, please don't hit my lines. Asking me to join. Me and my man. No, please.
You gonna start getting DMs?
Not y'all in my DMs. No, and I'm not open to OnlyFans content creating. Sorry.
I could see you thriving on OnlyFans.
You think so?
Yeah.
I could be cute on there.
Yeah.
With my Pusheisty mask. With my Pusheisty mask.
Right. But I feel like you're very in tune with like your sexual self and your body.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't think I'll do it though. It's too.
Because of the stigma around sex
No. Because let somebody spot. Let me be on a beach somewhere and be like, that birthmark looks very familiar. Imagine getting like as an OnlyFans creator, getting like as
identify.
A person, like, because there's some of them that don't show their faces, right?
Yeah.
Imagine like somebody recognizing you from like a birthmark.
I know that booty crack anywhere. If I never seen.
I know that lower back tattoo from anywhere. Is that? Yep, that's thick femme bottom 29.
Not like that.
Yep, that's.
I'm sure you don't have one. That's a very great.
Just out of nowhere, girl. No, but what about y'all? Any kinkies? What's the kinkiest?
Y'all was throwing shade before about being outside. Okay. But I would say doing it with somebody else in the bed. Like if you're in a bed and like your friend is next to you, like y'all share.
Wait.
You doing it in the room.
Like there's like asleep?
Yeah. Somebody else in the room while you're doing it.
That's the kinkiest you've done?
For this podcast.
What she's willing to allow to be said on the podcast.
How long are we allowed to speak for?
No, go ahead. Speak your truth. We want to know.
I'm gonna.
Well, I think I got like a top 5 type situation.
Oh.
There is reverse missionary. So I did that before.
Wait, what is reverse missionary?
That's a good question. Look it up. Reverse missionary. There's definitely did. Oh, okay. So I did it in the shower before, and then when I was in the shower, my brother, the way my house is set up, the shower is like literally connected to the room where me and my brother had stayed. So my brother like was hearing my girl scream.
Oh no!
He thought I was just watching porn, but
in the shower.
And then, like, he just thought it was, like, porn, so he was trying to be cool about it. But then when he found out later, he's like, what the heck? So that's probably number 2.
Like, nigga, I'm just trying to play my 2K. All I'm hearing is your girl screaming here. Like, what the fuck is going on? She's screaming bloody murder.
definitely done it in a different friend's house while they was asleep. So close, not in the same bed though.
What is with y'all and doing it in people's vicinity?
So I was what was the last thing, and then there probably some booty play. That's it.
That's all you're gonna say? Just booty play?
Just anal play. I will say, like I said, I'm telling you, a lot of people are into the anal play. It's becoming a very popular thing.
Yeah,
it's becoming even more normalized. So love that for y'all.
I'm here for the sexual liberation.
You don't have anything?
Shit.
What's the kinkiest?
I did it when everybody was asleep on the couch, and we did on the ground.
Well, there are people in your house?
No, in my house. So I went to the shorty's house, and everybody was on the couch, asleep, and we just did it on the floor.
Wait, y'all were all in the same room?
We were all in the same room.
That's it, like how we is right now, and y'all asleep.
I don't want
We
to.
just did it right here.
I have now made it a point. I'm never sleeping over at any of y'all houses. Never again. Yeah, that is the end of any Airbnb functions we ever host.
Till you try it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You gotta know how to be silent. And if the person is a deep sleeper, then what's the problem?
You're gonna be surprised, like that little add of danger to it, that little extra danger. It be making people turned on. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's a thrill.
Wow. They're a little bit.
She came with a lesser
Damn.
on the ground, and she
Now she got a lace, so I'm dead. You know what? More power to y'all. You know, this is a safe space. There is no judgment, but damn.
I love it because we're getting different points of view.
Let me not fall asleep around none of y'all, because the next thing I'm gonna hear,
I know.
fucking sounds and shit. Y'all over here. I'm like,
What's going on?
Wait, but I'm not gonna lie though. I think somebody has actually had sex within the same vicinity. Like I was there. Thinking back now, yes. If you're listening to this podcast, you know who you are.
Yep. Not you calling them out.
No, but it's happened before. I was like,
while you were in the same room?
Yeah. And I was like,
you're like, what's that? What's that sound?
And I was like, wow.
Why is it in a rhythmic pattern?
Not a rhythmic pattern. Girl, bye. Anyway, moving on. Lesson learned. Don't sleep over your friends' houses.
Yeah.
Love y'all, but never again. Well, I guess that was the answer to the weirdest place that y'all have ever done it. Okay. Oh, okay. So last question, and this is kind of going to be, I guess, leading into the next version of this, or at least part 2 of this discussion, but abstinence. Were you ever abstinent from sex?
Yes, very much. I had my ATM card and my wallet. Abstinence till marriage.
I forgot they gave those out.
Yes, bro, those corny things.
Did you have your purity ring too?
Oh no, I wasn't that committed. No, mine was like, I was like in high school, and I was like, if I don't lose my virginity this summer after senior year, I'm gonna just be abstinent. And then none of these men were worth losing it to. So I was like, I'm gonna just be abstinent, because you know what? I'd rather be with a dude who, one, respects it. Because if you don't respect this kind of decision from me, I don't know what other issues we gonna have.
Right.
I just want the type of man who would respect that. And then also, I'm a pastor's daughter, so that was taught to me very early.
Boy, you should have prefaced this entire episode with that. You should have prefaced this entire episode with that. But
that was taught to me very early. You know, sex shaming, be a virgin until marriage,
be pure for your man.
Even this, for me to sit here and openly discuss
this,
yeah, is very much like I have to like.
Oh my god!
Get out of my head, because you know when you're raised a certain way, being African, traditional parents, and then being a PK, it's like sex shame until you can't sex shame no
your body's
more.
Not your body until you're married.
Right? That is not there for you to explore. Okay?
That's for somebody else.
For when your husband does it. So yeah, I just learned a lot of that growing up, and then I had plans on being abstinent till marriage, and then my man came, and I was like, I'm abstinent. He was like, cool, I respect it.
Love that.
Yeah, he was
Shout
very
out
cool
to you.
about it. And then after a while, I was like, I'm tired of this. Let's.
y'all don't know, that's him. That's her man in the background doing these fucking.
I was just playing Mario Kart.
No, that was his man in the background talking about some. She was ready, so we went ahead and she gave me the green light. Give me the green light.
Is that why you like John Legend so much?
Okay, got it.
Next question.
No, I don't know. I feel like I think I was in the same right. I was like, no, actually, no, I was not. I was very much not abstinent at all. The first instance I had to have sex, I said, bitch, fuck it, let's take the chance.
You're ready.
I was like, because like, I don't know, virginity in men is like almost non-existent. I feel like that pressure is not there.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of my other friends were just like, oh my God, I can never. How are you? Like, I'm like, girl, are you kidding? Have you bitten the apple yet?
Have your parents talked to you about being abstinent or sex or anything?
Excuse me? Girl, they said, as long as you don't bring no children. I said, ain't no worry about that. Ain't no worry. You do not have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me.
Let me ask you a question. Do you want kids?
Oh, no, I don't want kids. No.
It's perfect for you.
Adopting? No, I don't want kids, period.
Let me ask you a question, Evan.
What's up?
Your parents still think you a virgin?
Oh, that's actually a good question.
You know, crazy thing is, when I went to Kenya, right, last day coming, I was packing my clothes. Was about to leave, and I pull out the charger, and he comes out with the condoms. And I think my dad said,
hey, I feel like all he could say was, at least you're being safe.
I feel like it's better than your mom seeing it too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Maybe my mom seen it, but I was so quick. I like.
But I'm sure they probably had that discussion like with themselves after, because parents love to talk. Do your parents think you're still a virgin?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
My mom is like, just know that birth control is not always effective, and it can mess up your hormones, and anything can happen.
Oh, I don't even think my parents. I don't think I've ever even had that like a discussion fully with like my parents. And be like, "Are you having sex? Are you not? Why do we not like?" I feel like we all get to this age and like we all know we're fucking, but nobody wants to have that discussion with the other person.
Is it because like 98% sure my mom still thinks I'm a virgin? I am 98% sure, and it's like, come on.
You are the freak of this place,
like
your mom.
If y'all would have heard the conversations this man was having earlier, ain't no way his parents think he's still a virgin.
Bruh. I know your brother don't think so.
That man, you ended that fucking veil. You lifted that veil for that man real quick.
Very quickly.
He found out. He said, "Oh, he beat." Okay, got it.
I'm pretty sure she still thinks I am. It's crazy.
Really?
Wow.
I'm positive.
Oh, dang. It's because you her innocent firstborn.
You don't be seeing sketchy?
What do you mean?
Like your brother.
Oh, my brother? Oh, no. He knows if the sock is on the door, you don't come a knocking on it.
when the showers are rocking, don't come a knocking, okay? Listen, when the screams are going. Let me stop. You know what?
Special guests? Do you think your parents know?
Well, having that conversation with my dad is not really appropriate per se, but my mom still thinks I'm a virgin.
Really?
Yeah, she said, like, we had this conversation like a week ago. Yeah, she really still thinks I'm a virgin. I'm not talking to my mom about sex.
Why?
Because it's just like, you know how African parents are. Like, they don't create that environment for you to have that type of conversation.
True.
And so...
And then when you do, it becomes like a whole, oh my God, you're a prostitute.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just like...
You're selling your body for money at this point.
Like that's a conversation that you need to start having earlier on. And to be very honest, I don't want to tell my mom that I'm not a virgin. Not only that, but I just don't think it's any of her business. But I just do my pussy, I'm grown.
Period. Come on. She said, my pussy, my choice.
I just wanted to add on. African parents really be doing the most with this virginity thing. I actually just remembered that at some point in the last, I think 4 or 5 years or something like that, mom took me, my brother and sister outside. We put salt around the house. We were praying for like a whole covenant of God, and part of that was to remain a virgin or whatever.
Meanwhile,
she had us that like doing that, swearing that we were gonna remain virgin. Meanwhile, I already
man is knocking boots in her shower
like 7 years ago at that point.
Meanwhile, man is knocking boots.
Not she's 7 years too late.
Supposed to be like this
to protect the house.
And it's like she said, to protect the house, to ward off spirits, and she's like, she's telling us all this thing about like, you know, a covenant or whatever, and I'm like, she hasn't everybody swear, and I know my brother isn't done, I know my sister hasn't done anything, and she gets to me, and I'm sitting here like thinking I've got to be at least 21 or 22 at the time, and I already threw that thing away at like 14.
He said, "Boy, this ATM card never got used. I got it and threw it right out, baby." No, but I feel like I feel like we need to raise this veil that I feel like African parents have with like sex and their children. I'm like, we know y'all do it. Like, that's not a secret. That's why we're here. So why is it that like you can't have that open discussion? But I mean, to the special guest's point, I feel like, you know, there's also that uncomfortability to it. So we're like, I don't really feel like wanting to have that discussion. But then you end up with people having fucking unwanted pregnancies, not having, you know, the sexual. Because I feel like schools don't even do they do the fucking bare minimum. They're like, they tell you wrap it the fuck up and don't do it.
But in a way though, like, can you really blame the schools? Like, yeah, they're supposed to somewhat teach you sex education, but when it all comes down to it, like, you have to think about consent. You also have to think about boundaries. Like, a lot of these schools don't want to overstep the parents' boundaries. Like, sometimes we fault schools for not teaching children things that the parents are supposed to be teaching.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like where the school stops is where the parents should then pick up.
It shouldn't be like that. It needs to be like the parents should be having a conversation prior. School should not be the primary way you find out about sex. It should be the secondary way.
But when I tell you, when they
are supposed to be the ones to initiate that conversation, then schools come and reinforce it. You can't expect them to talk about in detail sex things.
Exactly.
With minors. No, like, your parents are the ones, just like we expect schools to talk to girls, for instance, about their periods. No, your mom is supposed to be having that conversation with you at home.
When I tell you in 5th grade, when they separated the boys and the girls, they said, okay, girls are gonna go over here, boys are gonna go over here and have conversation. And I was like, where you taking my girls at? Like, I want to go. Like, what's up? They were like, no, Brian, this is not for you. I said, oh, okay, all right. I was in this room. All I know is they were like, did you have your parents sign the permission? I said, yeah, my parents signed the permission slip. What's this for? So they put me in that room, and then they started talking about penises, puberty. I said, oh my God, wait a damn minute. What is going on? For all this. I was like, and then I was just like, what? This is going to happen to who? To me? And my little tiny self? I was like, yeah, no, yeah. I had so many questions afterwards, and then I tried to raise my hand and ask them, and then they tried to do like the anonymous questions, where like they give you like a little slip of paper to like and then you put it in like a box to ask questions. And then when I tell you, imagine a bunch of 5th grade boys asking questions about like puberty and sex and shit. Them motherfuckers aren't serious.
Yeah,
no one's really asking the questions that people want to know.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to take health class in middle school to reinforce whatever you learned. Baby. Meanwhile, by the time you get to high school, you got teen pregnancies. Motherfuckers already catching STDs.
Oh my God.
Ending
up on the sex offenders list.
Exactly. I'm like, oh my God.
Narrowly avoiding the sex offenders list in high school.
Yes.
Literally, when I tell you our freshman year, first day of school, there was a boy and a girl caught having sex in the dugout on the baseball field.
Not in the open.
And from my first period,
was it even in the dugout?
It was in the dugout. You know why I know it was in the dugout? Because it was my freshman English class that had a straight shot to the dugout, and we saw them having sex. And I literally raised my hand. I was like, what are those 2 flags moving in the... This is before I had gotten... No, so I hadn't gotten like glasses yet, and I didn't realize that I was literally blind. I said, why is there like a black and white flag moving in the wind? What's going on back there? And so my teacher goes, what? I said, yeah, over there in the dugout. It's like there's a flag or something over there. She goes to look. She goes, oh my God, all right, everybody look away. And like, she started lowering the blinds, and it is summer, August in Georgia. So, you know, the sun is blaring, that 8 a.m. sun. She lowered the blinds, closed them. She's getting on the phone with the administrator. She's like, excuse me, there are 2 students having sex in the dugout in the baseball field. Could you send somebody? And then all you see is the resource officer. I don't know if you went to North Cobb High School, you remember the resource officer like back in like 2011. This man was a big chunky white man like real stocky. Like, can you imagine this man running across
a
baseball field trying to catch on to these little kids having sex?
How you not peep him? I would have been.
Bro, when I tell you, it was literally the most memorable first day of school I have ever had. And I was just like, yo, high school's gonna be a fucking trip. Mind you, the girl ended up being over 18 and the boy being under 18, and she got like statutory rape charges on her.
Yeah, I think she was like 17 or something.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? So please educate your children about sex.
But it'd be crazy nowadays, like how these teachers, like they fucking like these 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds. I'm like, who's snitching?
That is
like, who's snitching for real?
I'm sorry. Like, if y'all didn't catch that, this man said
it's crazy
how these teachers be fucking these 16, 17-year-old students
it's crazy.
And getting caught. And he said, who's snitching?
Who's snitching for real? Like, bro, like, if you like fucking a 32-year-old, like, what are you snitching for? Like,
why is that your first response?
Not for real.
No. To answer my co-guest's question, they ain't getting snitched on, but when you 14, 15, 16, your parents tend to do this thing. Well, some parents tend to do this thing where they're like, and this method was co-signed by Bill Cosby. I heard him advocate it. He said
not the BC word.
You pay for that house, you pay for that room, you pay for that whatever it is they're using, you pay for their phone. Go up in there, get their phone, go through
ask questions.
So if these people are on Snapchat, he's saving pictures of a teacher, and parents have to meet your teacher. They have the PT, the first open house. They have parent-teacher conferences, so they know who your teacher is. And they pull up on your phone, they see Miss Leslie, and she all new from
Miss Leslie.
Bruh, there's a problem.
Miss Leslie got them cheeks out.
Oh my god.
So, that's how these kids keep getting caught.
I ain't snitching.
And boys like to brag about what they consider sexual conquest. So they definitely telling their boys about them messing with their teacher.
And then let another teacher overhear a group of boys. That's how they getting caught.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that as the teacher, you're supposed to be the one who has more wisdom. You're supposed to be the one that shuts it down, regardless of whether he's old enough to make the decision. Why are you, like, you're an older man, why can't you do it with the gym teacher? Why does it have to be a 16-year-old student?
Honestly, that has been my biggest question in all of this.
Do it with the damn principal. Why are you doing it with a child?
I guess because we're not programmed to think about it that way, but everybody understands that there are dudes that are just sick in the mind. I don't know what he said, but I'm going to keep talking.
I said, where were they at when we was in high school?
Please.
We need to. You know what?
When men do this kind of thing and they're in a position of power, they just assume, the dude is just sick in the head, send him straight to jail. When there's a woman involved in it becomes more of a question like,
no, she's still sick in the head.
What? People are less likely to use that phrase. They just be like, why would you do this? Da, 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 da.
She's a sex offender.
They tend to get away.
She's a child molester. I'll call it out.
I believe you're absolutely right.
Didn't McDreamy end up with like some woman who played his aunt on a TV show when he was like a child? There's another prime minister. I don't know if it's Canada or France's prime minister, whose wife is like 30 years older and used to be.
What about there was also that dude who played Quicksilver in like the Marvel movie, who was like his actual his wife or girlfriend is like 30 years older than him, and they met when he was like 18 or 17 or something. So it's like, clearly it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah, it's weird to me, like how you can know a child and be like, yep, I want to be with you.
Like that teacher at North Cobb who married his, like, it was a girl that was a student, and then after he graduated, he married her. After she graduated, he married her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he used to teach, it wasn't math.
I don't know what
I know who you're
talking about, and I remember.
Remember the dude who's very shaggy? Yeah, he married his student.
That's fucking weird, man.
Was this person fired?
No.
No, nobody really knows that.
And I'm pretty sure he kept on teaching even afterwards.
Yeah, he kept teaching. The girl was in his
I know
class.
who you're talking about.
You know
Frondorf?
Yes. He married his
is
student.
that?
Because
Was that his real name?
yeah, that was his name. Because there was a girl that was like,
what kind of name is that? I'm sorry.
His wife married, because there was this girl in my class. She knew his wife because his wife was her sister's friend, and they were in high school together. And she was like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was like a big thing because when they announced it or something, when the pictures came out, people were like, wait, she was like, really? She was like a class like above us or below us. I was like, wait, so he taught her, apparently.
I'm sure that's how the relationship started.
I was just like, oh, that's weird.
But I mean, I don't know if this is controversial, but wasn't Coach D doing the same thing?
Slinging that D.
You know what? This has really derailed into. No.
Okay.
She's talking about the coach from. Really? No way.
I'm not saying he was, but I'm saying that.
I refuse to believe that. Let's move on.
I mean, he wasn't doing that, but I'm saying like they were saying that he was like flirting with white girls.
We would like to remind everybody. Well, first of all, I had to
Allegedly.
as well. These are all alleged
allegations.
Nobody has been convicted, and we are not liable for defamation of anybody.
Period.
Thank you, thank you, Anthony, for our in-person.
Freeing us from any liability.
Exactly. But with that said, I feel like this conversation is complete, but it's all relevant. I think sex is conversations that need to be had within the household.
First, your child should be
Please.
hearing this stuff about you first, even if you feel like they're too young. They're gonna hear about it in school, regardless. At an age you
Children
think
have
is way too young
access
for
to
them.
the internet.
Exactly. So it's better that they hear it from you first.
Absolutely.
Look, man, as long as their little pee-pees start working, they gonna use it. So whatever you feel like is too young, you kind of gotta accept the fact that it might not be. Because soon as they can start, you know what I'm saying? As soon as they start feeling it, like soon as the blood start flowing down there, they're gonna start trying to do it with some of the girls, and the girls are. They might start doing it too.
Whatever age you think
is
too young, talk to them 2 years before that.
It's not too young. It's never too young.
And
everybody matures differently.
And to those who are of age and are of consenting age having sex, please do, please always make sure, you consent to every act. It's very important. There's a lot of allegations.
And your partner consents to every act?
Yeah. It's not great when, people say no and, you don't stop. So please make sure you're asking for consent at all stages. And for those who are adults, 25 and up or 21, is it 21 and up?
It's 18. 18 is the consenting age.
I feel like it needs to be 21 because
16.
Really?
Oh, it's
what?
16
is the
In Georgia?
The consenting age is the consenting age to get married too.
Oh my God.
Alabama's trying to lower their consenting age for marriage. 16 is the consenting age.
16 is the consenting age, but only if it's with another 16-year-old. Because if a parent chooses to press charges on someone who's like legally an adult, quote unquote 18, they can still do that, and it will still be statutory.
Yeah.
So maybe stick within your age group.
Yeah.
If you're 18,
Not have sex.
Okay, well, those
How about you have sex responsibly?
I feel like
exactly,
to have.
yes.
I feel like abstinent. Teaching kids abstinence. It works to a point to where they're just like, well, fuck it, I want to try it now. Shit, you saying no. I want to see what all this no is about.
Not necessarily.
But I think if you teach proper sexual protection is key. Teaching them about condoms, even though they are, and let it be known, condoms are only 98% effective. There is those that small percent chance where they could be defective. Birth control, Plan B afterwards. All the contraceptive options that you have.
Getting tested every 6 months.
Please.
I think it's less if you're
3
sexually active.
3 if you are part of the LGBTQ community, as HIV and AIDS are still very much a threat to you.
Yes, every 6 months or 3 months in that case, or in between every partner.
Men. Let's highlight that, because men don't like to get tested. They find out their status through women. It's when a woman starts burning.
Okay.
They're burning.
Let's
be responsible. Just like you don't go and check your prostate and then you end up with prostate cancer later on in your life. Y'all need to be more serious about checking yourselves. It's not a woman's responsibility to figure out that you have chlamydia, gonorrhea, and HIV.
That part.
And on that note, thank you for tuning in to the Sexual Health Podcast.
Yes, if you're gonna have sex, have fun, be safe, be consenting, and if you're not, then don't, and just relax. There's a lot less pressure on you anyway, probably.
And if you're not ready, you're not ready.
Period.
Don't push it.
Yeah.
We love y'all. Stay safe out there.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, there will. I feel like there's definitely a part 2 to all of this. It's gonna come. But don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, rate, watch on YouTube, on our new YouTube channel, Untitled Africans, wherever podcasts are found, on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. Only 2 more episodes till the finale.
Allegedly.
Oh, not okay, you know what? Forget you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
We out.